tech herder. Okay then, fine, you can be one of those. I have no objection. I don't know what the fuck one is, but fine, you can be one.
It sounds like you have some serious trust issues, which I don't blame you for having been on YouTube.
It's just
You
I
know,
have serious rational issues, okay? And the word friend has no rational use. You cannot apply it in a rational manner to the real world.
I can apply it to you.
You can go ahead, like I said, go ahead and apply any kind of crop circling bibble babble you want to. It's okay. I'm just saying, don't expect me to respond in crop circle ease. Okay, I don't speak Martian.
That's cool.
Hey, Gary, you had mentioned neurology, and you in a previous video mentioned you saw Jericho movies talk about. He mentioned free will, and I was just curious what you thought about what he had to say on that.
Free will, you said? Okay. Jeez,
I
blowing up
can
his
answer
mother.
your question for Amandham. Amandham is a hard determinist. He believes that everything is predestined. You should ask him.
Rationalist, okay? Yes, that's right. It's a rational determinist. All right, because yeah, there's no other option. There's nothing else to pull a lever. There's no like in. I remember in grammar school when I was a kid, they used to play films. We didn't watch videos. We watched films, and they used to have these films where they had like they'd show how your brain works, and they have a little man in there, and he was pulling levers. Okay, now and then there was like a lever guy in your heart. There was a lever guy in your stomach, and this little lever guys doing all this shit, and pressing buttons. And a little like the brain guy had like push buttons. He was pushing buttons, but it's like a computer or something. But anyway, yeah, just bullshit. Okay, there's no little man making decisions for you. There's no little just some little you in there with a penis going, oh man, maybe we get some girls, and so yeah, I'll pull this
What
lever
are
over
we
here.
talking about, man?
None of that shit is happening. Okay, it's your brain, and your brain is a programmed by a pile of mush.
Oh
You have to
yeah,
have a life
free will.
experience before that. You have to have something has to impact you before you can do your opposite but equal reaction thing. So the energy that comes at you, you fuck with it in your brain. It cycles around in there, and then you spit it back out at the world. But yeah, there's no free will.
How did it all get started? What were the first initial conditions? The ultimate initial conditions.
Who cares? We know what the initial condition was of our origin, which is slime. We came out of a puddle of fucking putrid slime. That's our mama.
Here's a little technical point I could get in the debate with you about it, man. Shouldn't be anything too major. So I'm willing to go here. Now I'm going to try to correct you on something I think you're wrong about. Now, proto life, I believe, from what I understand, was in the rocks by the ocean. Okay, because each pore in the rock was like a separate experiment. Okay, and you get all kinds of self-reproducing molecules, and they come together over millions of years, and that's how life evolves. And you seem to break it down into one event, but it's not life spontaneously arising in one place, because if you can do it in one place, you can do it in many places, and that explains everything much better. It happens in many places. It happened in many places. So I think you're wrong about proto life. That's a better explanation of proto life. It's a lot of little things happening and coming together.
Yeah, whatever. You got nothing. That's just a story. We might want to talk about leprechauns next.
That's 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 why
Proto
I'm
life.
willing to
Well, I'm
argue
just saying,
with
it
you.
doesn't go anywhere. Okay, we know the mechanism. Okay,
Yeah.
reproduction. It's a mechanism. It's a mechanism where a compound, a structure is reproduced, and we know it requires two things. It's got to not only have the blueprint, which is the DNA molecule, but it's also got to be able to transfer the mechanics needed to do the blueprint thing, to read the blueprint. So there's two parts to that chemistry. And so the little machines that read the molecule is just as important as the damn molecule. But the point is it doesn't matter exactly how the first things came together to create a reproducing cell, which is the definition of a living thing. So what pro-life, pre-life, proto-zactic life, who the fuck cares? It doesn't matter.
I agree.
All right?
I agree.
We know it's just a mechanical process. It's fucking chemistry.
Okay, let me change the subject. I want to talk about Teresa because Teresa was causing a lot of problems on YouTube, and I know that you're friends with her and everything, and you support her and everything, and I support her, but I also want some peace and communal harmony.
Well, I can't really talk on the subject, so it's not really that interesting to me. I mean, so people got into some sort of thing, and then they whatever backstabbing all over the place and all this soap opera crap. I got no interest. I have absolutely no interest in it. I mean, if somebody is afraid of Teresa, then they need a brain transplant, okay? She's not a typical stalker. She's not gonna fucking stab you in the night with her knife? No, none of that shit is gonna happen. So this is a lot of bullshit, okay? There's nothing here that I wish to discuss.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that you're in a position where you have to discuss how are we going to deal with mentally ill people.
What do you mean? Mentally ill to what extent and to what level?
Exactly.
I don't see enough of a mental illness for me to get concerned or worried about any of it.
That's fine.
I just don't have any interest. I mean, if people want to screw each other up and stab each other in the back, well, that's their fucking business. But I don't have any interest in getting involved in it, one side or the other. I don't see anything here, okay? A little bit of PM talk and a little bit of whatever went on. Yeah. Who the fuck cares, all right? There's people crank calling me at 4 o'clock in the morning, so why the fuck should I give a goddamn?
Because you're an important role model.
Well, I'm just saying, it just doesn't. I'm sorry. I have no reason to get up to whatever level I have to get up to be competent to sit there and diagnose Teresa or the other asshole she's interacted with, jackasses, included.
Yeah, that whole situation pissed me off because it really was just nonsense, and she's like one of the nicest people, I mean, in comments anyway, and people just fucking explode over, I don't even know what, and it was just disgusting.
No, dude, man, you're taking the wrong approach with her. She won't even respect you if you treat her like that. She's not even respecting you, I don't think.
I don't care. I
should
have
care.
An opinion of her.
She's an important person. She's an important person. For all I know, she could be testing people. And I don't think going along with that.
Whatever. Like I said, I'm just saying I don't think it's a subject for this room. You want to go make a room and go talk about Teresa room? Well, go ahead and do it. But I got no interest in getting into any kind of conversation about who said what to who when.
That's not what it's about. It's general.
Well, yes, it is. It's about a lot of personal crap. Okay, it's about a bunch of sissies who can't have a conversation with each other, and somebody said something, they pretended to be someone's friend, and they hurt somebody's fucking feelings. But we're not talking about anything fucking real here. It's just a dispute with a bunch of fucking crybabies. I don't goddamn give a fuck.
Well, I like to look at things on a little bit more sensitive side, Mentam. But I think.
Well, I just said then go make a room. Go make a room and do your sensitive side shit. All right, I'm told you 5 times now. I don't want to discuss it. You either get it or you don't.
I That's
No,
never
my
been
blood
a
pressure.
good cop.
My blood pressure is always the same, and it's